The interview brought to you by Arch Orthodontics. Day one of the Chowda Cup. We are at Mansfield High School. Wolverines took on Norwell, a very good Norwell team. A Norwell team that came out, punched you guys kind of right in the face from the beginning, 4 quick ones. But what an answer, my goodness. You guys then scored 4 unanswered, tied it up, took the lead, and from basically the first quarter on, 1 goal given up by Norwell. So super, super impressive. And we are joined by Troy Fredrickson, Jack Roycroft, Dante Martucci, head coach Todd Zahurak. Troy, how big was this for the team to just realize, all right, no panic, get punched in the face, know what you're capable of, and to have that answer that you guys had, and especially defensively, which, always impressive to have a defensive effort like that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a tough loss this past Thursday, and we knew we needed to come out and put a big one up, and I think we did get punched in the face a little bit in the first half, or the first quarter, but then realized, if we want to play good in this tournament, we got to come out firing. And so out of that huddle, we came out and, like you said, we only let in 1 more goal after that. So it's a big one.
How about the man in the back, Jaden Pollack? What a second quarter. Probably the best second quarter, best game I've seen him play, but that second quarter, he was a monster. Talk a little bit about him.
I mean, he talked yesterday in practice. He felt bad about Thursday's loss. He felt like he let the team down a little bit, and he, put that chip on his shoulder, and he came out and he balled out today. So that was big.
Absolutely. He was terrific, and the guys in front of him as well. Jack, terrific game out of you. Some great leadership. Saw a lot of, vocalness out there. How much do you embrace being, that voice on the field and directing traffic, and also, letting the guys know, they're, putting them in the right positions to get the right plays where you guys, certainly answered on?
I think we always go focusing on offense. We always just make sure to slow it down. That's probably when I'm yelling 90% of the time, is just slow it down. I was telling coach before the start of the fourth quarter, we're up 3-4 goals. And I was like, we can win like this. We don't need to score. I'm like, we just have long possessions. Before half, we had 2.5 minute possession, got a few great shots. Just stuff like that, and just protecting the ball leads to goals, and also give our defense a break. We were down a little bit, and it's hard for Jaden, especially beginning of the game, gets 4 goals on him. It's hard, and then defense is a little rattled, but just give them a break and let them settle down, and they do their thing.
Absolutely. And Jack, great leadership out of you. Clearly battling through some injuries and whatnot. How important is it for you to just set that example? No excuses, just find a way to get out there. And, even if you have to, hobble here and there, you're getting it done and scoring some big goals.
I feel like now as a senior, it's you don't got many practices and games left. So I always want to set the role of just going out there every day and give everything you got. Coach always say you can be banged up every time you step on the field, give me everything you got. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And to set a good role model for the kids coming up.
Great example and big goals. I believe you had the goal that put Westwood up after tying it up 4-4. And here's a man that knows a thing or two about fighting through some injuries, did it all football season. Dante, one of the biggest goals probably of the game was the first one to get Westwood on the board. It was a timeout call by coach. Clearly the message was, listened and heard. What did coach say to you guys, and, what got you fired up to get those, 4 in a row?
We knew what set we were going to go into. That's kind of my specialty. I like being on this side of the field. I like the little underneath. We needed a goal, so I thought I might as well step it up and give us the first one, and then the boys will help me out.
And definitely a physical game, all over the field. How much do you embrace that style? Something that you're certainly comfortable with in the game of football.
Physicality is my game. That's how I play. It's how I play football, how I play lax. I think the whole team embraces that I will bring that physicality, and they then bring it, and we can feed off each other and then get us these victories.
Certainly seeing the young guys, embracing that and following that lead, and also taking some physical plays, to draw some penalties, which were crucial. Some good power play, man-up goals that you guys had.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dante. Coach, how did it feel? Talk us through the beginning. Certainly not happy. But what was the message you sent to these guys that certainly got them fired up and got them right back on the tracks?
Yeah, Morgan, we have great senior leadership right here. So I don't have to do a whole lot to get these guys fired up. And, like Dante said, give them the ball and put them in the right spot, and they'll take care of the rest. So, it was our first hot day. It was our first, kind of long bus trip. So we took a moment to get our legs underneath us. And once we did and settled down, we were all right.
And Jaden has been solid, throughout the year. Today he was all state. Talk a little bit about him. How impressed were you with him in the effort today?
Yeah, Jaden's been super impressive. Considering last year was his first year as a goalie, comes back and really solidifies our back line for us. It really makes a big difference. With Harvey in front of him and Ryan, they can really lock down, and they do a nice job back there. And our job offensively is to give them chances to be successful by holding on to the ball and doing what we need to do on the other end of the field as well.
Absolutely. And you, when you watch the game, you look at the game a little differently than us. We see the goal scores and whatnot. But who are players that stuck out that may not have put it in the back of the net, but you saw and you're like, this is a great effort.
Sure. Ryan Williams had a great effort today. Their attackman, number 12, is a little fantastic player, son of a coach. And Ryan locked him down, did a great job on him there. And then CJ does a great job at midfield as well. So I was super impressed with those guys.
So, Coach, big win today. Now you come back and play the winner of the game before. Who is that winner, and what is the work that's going to go involved between now and Thursday going into that game, for prep-wise?
Yeah, Marshfield is who we have next, and it's going to be ball control is going to be crucial for us on Thursday. So we're going to spend some time in practicing controlling the ball, controlling the pace of play, and really doing that for the next one.
Absolutely. Well, guys, great win. It was very entertaining to watch, and looking forward to Thursday. And enjoy this one. We'll see you guys then.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Awesome.